So what stands out about Colorado's defense to you from an early look at them?
Just good players. Yeah, this will be the best, most talented team we've played yet this year. A lot of team speed, and they're tough and really well coached.
They've had some struggles stopping the run. You guys got to keep your guys humble on that because, as you said, you're pretty talented.
That's all we talk about every week is 1 week at a time, be humble and learn. We're trying to learn from everything we can do better each week. And, we have tons of respect for these guys. We know they're a good team, and we got to go play at their place. It's going to be hostile, and crowd noise is going to be a factor. So we have our work cut out for us for sure.
What impressed you in that second half with Bear? Like what caused him to just really kind of settle in and find his rhythm in that game last week?
He just was more accurate in the second half. First half, he made great decisions. That's why I wasn't worried. The point total, I don't think, at halftime didn't reflect how well we were actually playing. We were moving the ball, executing very well, and Bear just missed a couple of open throws that would have been touchdowns. The first play of the game should have been a touchdown, and he just missed it, and that's okay. A couple other plays in that half where he was just a little off. He was going to the right guy and doing the right things with the ball, and we were just a little off. But had a lot of confidence at halftime. We were going to regroup and score points in the second half, and that's what we did.
And that long touchdown run by LJ, was that a check down by Bear? Was that the original?
Yeah, it was a 3-play package actually, which I haven't done many of those in my career with a freshman quarterback. In fact, I haven't done any of that, but he can handle it. So yeah, he had 3 options on that play, and he got us in the right play for a touchdown.
How much do you enjoy that as a play caller to have such a young guy, and you can really get in your bag and throw a lot of stuff at him?
It's nice. We have to find a good balance every week of not having too many of those. That it's just that first of all, we don't want to just slow the game down to a grinding halt. We're not trying to do that. We want to play in rhythm, and also just being smart about not putting too much on his plate. But so far, he's been able to handle everything we've given him.
There's been a lot of talk about all the changes between both of these two teams since they met 9-10 months ago.
Yeah.
Are you seeing some similarities, though, or are you kind of treating sort of this game prep as like a blank canvas, like it's totally different team?
No, I think there's still similarities. That they probably see more similarities in us, because we're still pretty much a lot of the same team, same offense. But I think there's similarities on both sides. There's some returning players and some new players. It's an interesting matchup, but. There's some good players on that field that we played against last year that are still out there, so it's going to be a tough game.
This week starts availability reports with the conference coming out of East Carolina. Will there be any guys offensively that are going to be on that list?
That'll come out tomorrow. We've got some guys banged up, and we'll find out. We'll hopefully find out in the next 24 hours who's going to be available and who's not. But we took a few lumps in that last game.
How have you felt about the amount of contact that Bear has taken through the first 3 games on the quarterback runs in particular?
Really good question. Bear's a physical player, and he likes contact, so we have to be smart about managing that. And I think so far we're finding the right balance of, we're mixing in a little bit of QB run when we feel like it can help us expose the defense, and but we're not going to be reckless about it either. Those hits add up over the course of the year. And so we have to be wise about when we use those. But he is a threat with his legs, as you can see. I mean, he's a very good runner, and the threat of that, I think, forces defenses to account for him every play. And then I think it's been a factor in why our passing game opened up last game. The first two games we didn't need to throw, so we didn't even really try. And then this last game we knew we were going to need to throw to win, and it's going to get harder from now on. So you're going to see the passing game continue to be a factor, but that QB run game helps slow down, defenses. How many different variations of pressures and coverages you're going to see, because they all have to be sound against the quarterback run game.
Okay, now the ECU game, how was your run-pass ratio as far as did you hit the numbers you were looking for as far as run to pass?
We don't really have one. It's going to vary from game to game. There's going to be games where we might need to throw the ball 40 times to win and run it 20 times. And we want to be a balanced team, okay? But from game to game, those numbers could sway either way based on the matchups, based on the score, if we're ahead or behind, and it's going to vary from week to week.
What's the readiness or the hunger of this offense to chase another Big 12 title? You guys got so close last year.
Yeah, we're just focused on winning this game this week. I think the only way, that's in the back of everyone's mind. I think every team in this conference wants to win the conference, and the way you do that is you stay focused on the task at hand. Just win this week. Go 1-0 this week. We haven't won a Big 12 game yet, so right we're 3-0, but this is our first Big 12 game, and we want to get in the win column.
Bear's been really good at one of your main tasks all the time, taking care of the football. What do you attribute that? Like, what's Bear doing that's where he's just at a high level?
He showed it in fall camp. He's an excellent decision maker, and I think we try to our scheme accounts for that. I mean, we have a lot of different pass protections, and we give people a lot of different variety of looks and try to make it hard to get to our quarterback, and then we have a good run game, and those things both help the quarterback. But most of all, it's just he's a good decision maker, and he's doing a great job protecting the ball.
Any other questions?
One more thing for me, Coach.
Yep.
Kalani's got a well-documented connection to Coach Prime. Have you ever had any sort of connection to Prime at all in your coaching career at all?
I haven't, but I was a huge fan of him as a player, and I'm a big fan of him as a coach. I'm super impressed with everything he's done there, and he's a flashy player, but he's an old-school coach, and he's running an old-school program. Those guys are tough. They play hard. At the bowl game, all of our interactions with their team, they were all class. I have a lot of respect for these guys and tons of respect for Coach Prime.
All right, thank you.